operations in Python. So what are the different arithmetic operations? So according to the BODMAS rule, we have so according to the BODMAS, so we have the additions. So addition is simply plus. Then we have the subtraction. So this is subtraction, then multiplication, this is division, then power. So power is something like this. It is generated by double star. So suppose I want to raise 2, then an exponent a to 2 to the power 3. Means 2 will be multiplied 3 times. 2 into 2 into 2. 2 exponential power 3. 2 multiplied by 3 times. What we will be doing is that we will be doing 2 star star then 3. That means that 2 raised to the power 3. That is for the power division. That is for the power. That is an exponential function in Python. And let's discuss about the division. We have two types of division. Suppose we have 7 divided by 2. So this would result in 2 3s are 6, 6, 7, 2.10, 2 5s are 10. So something like 3.5555 something. This will be something like that. So this is a division which returns an integer along with its floating result. But if we are doing something like this, like 7 divided by 2, then it would return integer. This is integer division. It would be returning the integer portion of the divided thing. So 2 3s are 6, the result would be 3. So I have discussed about the power 2 star star 3 and about the division. The rest of the operates in simple way as in any other programming languages, like a equals to 2, then b equals to 5. So a plus b would be resulting in 2 plus 3. That means 3 plus so a is 5 and a is 2 and b is 5. So a plus b would be resulting in 5 plus 2 7, and it can be stored easily in a variable, maybe c. And Python is a dynamically typed language, so we don't need to tell the Python that this is a variable. This C variable is an integer type of. That is, in other programming languages, what we do is that we first have to declare the type of variable or the type of variable we are using. So if I am using a, we have to write int a equals to 2. That is in the case of Java. But Python is a dynamically typed language. Python interpreter would understand by its own that by a equals to 2, it is saying that a has been given a is a is an integer type of variable. So we'll be discussing about a practical session. We'll be doing a hands-on experience or a practical programming on this using these arithmetic operations. So my programming would be something like Armstrong number. So Armstrong number is something like this. 153 is an Armstrong number. Let me change the color of my cursor so that it doesn't collide with the other things which I have written on the screen. So 153 is an 153. This is an Armstrong number. So what is an Armstrong number? So we have to count the number of digits. Then we have to raise each of the digit to the number. I mean the number 153 is a 3-digit number. That would means that a raised to the power 3. Then we have to add it with 5 raised to the power 3, and then similarly 3 raised to the power 4. But if the number had been, so what are the example of Armstrong number? 1634. So if it had been 1634, let me clear out this screen. Control N. Don't say. So if it is 1634, it would simply means that this is a 4-digit number. We'll be raising 1 to the power 3, then 6 to the power 4, and then 6 to the power 4, then 3 to the power 4, and then 4 to the power 4. So this is an Armstrong number. Armstrong number is something like whatever digits are present in the number, we will be raising each of that digits to that power. So that is Armstrong number. But before jumping onto the Armstrong number, we will be seeing what this divisions. That is, this is the integer division, and this is there is two types of division. This is the division which returns float. That is the decimal portion also, and this one returns only the integer portion. The float portion is, that is the point. The numbers which are coming after point, it is not being populated or shown. So let me make two simple. Let me discuss this with a simple problem. I'll be naming my program as operations.py. So it is a Python programming. The extension is py. So let me do it. So a equals to, so suppose 5 or maybe 7, and then b equals to 2. Fine. So we will be performing pow. Math.pow is something in Java. Here it is star exponential function. So we'll be doing that print, and let me do it in this way. We can store the value in a variable also. So maybe I will be storing the variable in a, say, square. So square will be something like this, that maybe a, so a star star 2, this is the square. So I will be doing the square of the number is, and then there is a bracket, and to populate some result within this particular, these two curly braces, we have to write format, and inside that format we have to pass on the variables. So the square of the number, we are performing square on a, comma, and then there is square. So the square of the number is square. Fine, so far so good. Let me save the program, and to hold the output in the console, we can simply write input and then say please enter any key to exit. So far so good. Okay, so Control S, save the file, and let me run the program. So operations.py. Okay, the square of the number 7 is 49. Press any key to exit. So far so good. And let me also discuss about the division. So what it does, so I will be writing div equals to so a by b. That means that let me copy this let me copy this line of code and let me paste it here. Control V. Fine. So it was square, it would be division of the number. The division of the number is, simply write is, and it is div. So let me okay, fine. So I have just discussed that if I am doing only so this is if it is a single slash, so 7 divided by 2 means 2 3 is a 6, 7, so 2 7, 2 3 is a 6, 7 point 2 5 is a 10. So something, it would be something like 3.5. Let me see whether it is giving something like that or not. Let me save that, save my program, and let me comment it out. So commenting in Python is done by hash, this hash symbol. Let me save the file and run it. Let's see what the answer shows up. So the division of the number is 3.5. It is populating properly. And if it is a 7 divide double slash 2, it would mean that it will be returning only this integer portion, and this point portion will be ruled out. So the answer would be 3. Let me also show it to you, and let me verify whether whether it is operating in that way or not. So let me save the file and let me rerun the program one more time. So okay, so here it is. Okay, the division of the number is 3. So the basic operations in Python, that is addition, division, subtraction, addition, then subtraction, then multiplication, then division. Multiplication is start simply, division is slash or double slash, and division is division is slash or double slash, and star is for multiplication. Then we have the double star. Double star means raising something to a power, exponential function. We'll be discussing this exponential function using in a program of Armstrong number. So let me demonstrate how we can do this particular program, Armstrong number. For this reason, we need to take some input from the user. So let me name it num and input. Please enter a number to check. Please enter a number to check. Okay. So the user is being asked to enter the number. Next, we know that whenever we are taking input, we are using this particular thing. Input takes string, by default string as an input. So we need to typecast it. So I will be type number. So I will be naming it number num equals to, I will be typecasting int and then passing out to the num. Okay. So let me make a copy of this variable also. So what we will be doing is that we will be making a variable temporary, and we will be copying this value to this number now. So far so good. So Armstrong number basically means that we have to count that how many digits are there. So if it is 153, each of the digits will be raised to a power of 3, and if it is 1634, something like this, I think 1634. So that means that each of the digits would be raised to a power of 4. So we need to count that what are the length of that particular string. For that reason I will be writing length, and we have the len function which counts the length of that particular that particular string, and we will be passing on num. Now comes the logical portion, while the number is within number num. Fine. So while number num is not equals to 0, and here comes the within the while loop, what we will be doing is that we need to extract one digit. So extracting digits would be done by number num, that is the number, and we will be mod 10. So modulus of 10 means the digit 153. So 3 would be coming at first, then after again, if I am 153 but divided by 0, it would be 15.3. So likewise it would be 15 would be stored, and then we'll be taking 5. So let me write the rest of the code, and then I will be explaining it. So sum plus equals to sum plus, and we will be raising this particular digit to, so raising means star, single star means multiplication, double star means raising it to a power, and it would be raised to a power of length. So far so good. Okay, fine. Then what we will be doing is that we will be plus equals to, not plus equals to, we need to divide it, divided equals to by 10. So this means that first of all we will be having 153. So 153 by 10 means in the first iteration number num would be taking 15. This 15 again would be evaluated here. Digit equals to 15 modulus of 10 means 5. So earlier we had the sum. So in this way it will be working. I think it is not so much tough to understand this particular piece of code. So okay, now we need to do the checking portion, that is check whether this is working whether the program, whether this is Armstrong number or not. So we'll be checking by simply writing if sum is equal to which one, this 10. Then we will be printing print the number is an Armstrong number, Armstrong number, and we'll be giving a format. Within it we will be passing the number. So the number is being kept in temp, and the number is an Armstrong number. Okay, so far so good. Okay, and let me copy this particular line of, go to the else portion. So if this is not true, then say else portion would be evaluated. It would be simply the number is not an Armstrong number. I think my programming has been done. Okay, so to hold the console screen we have to write this particular piece of line. We have to write input, and we have to pass that please press a key to exit. Please press any key to exit. Now let me run the program. Let's see what happens. Okay, so please enter a number to check. Suppose 153. Okay, so it's not working as I had expected. Okay, so this would be double slash. I told you that double slash means it would be taking the integer portion. Now let me run the program one more time. Let's see what happens. 153. It's still not working. Okay, so sum plus digit star length. So what might be the problem? Let me check. Number, will please enter a number to check. Okay, so let me see what is the error is, what the error might be, so that we can debug it properly. Operations.py. Please enter a number to check. 153. Okay, so unseparated type is for plus. Okay, so sum plus equals to, okay, so this is my problem. I think my problem has been eradicated and the program would be running properly now. So let me check. 153. It's still not working. Not an issue. Let me see what are the other errors there might be. 153. Okay, so what it is says, digit star length. What is it saying? Line 8. There is a problem in line 8. Plus equals to digit star length for plus equals to. So we need to initialize it with a value, maybe. Yes, you run it one more time. 153. 153 is an Armstrong number. Fine. Okay, so what was particularly the problem was, sum is some kind of thing which has not been assigned any value earlier. So we earlier, so in this particular fifth line, we have declared that sum is equal to 0, means sum would be holding some integer kind of variable. It is an integer. Then we are overwriting that particular sum value in here. So that was the problem. Now if we just simply run the program in this way, we'll be simply writing 153 and it will be populating. Okay, so still there is a problem. So okay, so this is within the else portion. Let me, okay, so this input, so Python is a block kind of thing. So within the if block there is a print, this print one. Within this else portion there was this print. So if the control had gone within that else portion, only then this input, I mean only this particular line 15 line would have been evaluated. And since it was within the else loop and it was not getting evaluated, for this reason the console was not I mean the console screen was not holding. So let me run the program one more time. Let's see what happens this time. I hope the program has been done. Is 153 and still some problem. I don't know what the problem might be. Most of the problem has been eradicated. 153, the number 153 is an Armstrong number. Fine. So input, please enter any number to input. Okay, there is still some small problem. What it might be? It is 153. That is not an issue. Okay, now equals else. So what the problem might be? 153. Okay, not equals to 0. If sum equals to number is an Armstrong number dot format. This particular piece of line is not evaluating. So what might be the problem? Let me open up Notepad. Input, please enter a number to change number. So number is integer, temp equals to number norm, temp sum equals to 10, else, and then this line should be evaluated. So this particular line of code is not if else. So if else, what might, I am not sure. Maybe I will be let me search it in the let me check with another number maybe. So maybe operations.py. Let me check, run the program one more time, and I will be giving this time 1634. So for some reason, so this is the piece of line which says that hold on to the console screen. I don't know, there might be some problem, but you can check it out in the console section. The programming is running perfectly fine. So if I am running it something like this, say, okay, so if I am writing down 1634, the number 1634 is an Armstrong number. So this particular line of code is not evaluating. Okay, fine. Please press to exit. What might be the problem? Okay, enter. Okay, fine. Let's see what happens this time. So 1634. Okay, so somehow this input line was within the else block. So let me press one more enter and see. I think this time it would work fine. I don't know what the problem was going on. 1634 and then press enter. The number 164 is an Armstrong number. So basically, guys, what the problem was, this particular input, this particular line of code was being indented to inside that else portion. Maybe I forgot to save the file, and then I was running the program without saving the file. Something that might have occurred. The error was something like due to that particular issue. So we discussed about some common arithmetic functions, and apart from that, discussing about the common arithmetic function, we discussed about the exponential function and the single slash and the double slash, integer division and the float division. So double slash is the integer division and single slash is the float division. So by that I mean that this particular line, This one is the float division, and this one is the integer division. By integer division we are getting the integer portion of that particular division, and by float division we are also getting the floating point, I mean the floating portion of the division. So that's it all, guys. So I'm not particularly making this video for for any monetization. Maybe at a later point of time when I am revising my Python, what I did with Python and how I learned, maybe this will guide me and help me to reskill myself. That's all for this video. This is a lengthy one, I must admit. Thank you all, and happy coding.